What's up? What's up? All right, so in this one, in this video, I'm going to jump into uh, familiars and just strictly talk about Pact 1, 1A, 1B, and talk about my favorite in each group. And there to me is a clear winner in each group. Um, I've discussed before that I only do Pact B, but let me go ahead and jump into these. We'll go over them one by one. So this first guy, Terrorite, is pretty awesome. As far as his army talent, he's going to at minimum give enemy army defense debuff. So meaning it's going to reduce their whole army defense by 1.5% out the gate and 15 at max. So that's pretty strong. And on top of that, merging speed for packs 4% in the beginning, 20% at max. That's pretty awesome. And same thing for the fragments. It increases 3 times, so five to 30 fragments each time at max. So it's almost like opening 3 fragment boxes and getting 5 to 30 fragments per box. So that's pretty cool. It will help you grow your packs faster altogether as far as the speed and giving you more fragments to grow with. And this is a whole army debuff, which makes it pretty awesome. And then we go down the list, and all the rest of these on their skills just do, every single one of them will do a production of some kind with resources in this particular Pact 1A. So they're just okay to me because I don't think that, if you're, let's put it this way, if you're a paid player, then yeah, you don't probably want to focus on that at all. But if maybe you're a free-to-play player, then you might want to consider focusing on whatever it is that you hyper, and maybe you use that to trade with other players for the other resources that you need, and that way you don't have to go out and gather quite as often. But then again, gathering has its benefits of its own, so that's neither here nor there, but just food for thought. I personally am a pay-to-play player, so I don't need as many resources here, so I'm going to focus more on the army talents. And in this skill you will get more wood as production for this particular familiar if you develop that skill. And then as far as their battle skills, their army talent, if you're strong with cavalry, then you would want to use this against the infantry. So if they reduce enemy infantry defense by 40% at max, 4% in the beginning, that's pretty nice for somebody who has a stronger cavalry. This will help complement your cavalry in the actual battle. And then there's research that you can do in addition to that that will increase what your familiar does for your particular army or for your army as a whole even. So that's something to think about when you're deciding, which research direction do you want to go. I strongly recommend familiars if you're going to be the battle type. So that's just my opinion. Magmaroid, or Magma Lord, excuse me, he will help with the ranged. So if you're strong infantry, this might be a good one. And then if you're strong infantry and you hyper stone, this would be a really good one. But again, he goes with all the familiars that have this type of resource boost. For me, it's not the best thing to focus on in the beginning if you're looking to be a war castle. So or production 5% in the beginning, 25% at max. But if you are a infantry type, this will increase your infantry attack by 15% at max, 1.5 at the beginning, and or we've been over. So vault, if you're looking to save more of your resources, if you have a lot out of bag because you either gather a lot or you battle so much that it's up there and you're not building as fast as you're gaining them, however that is, Vault Keeper might help you store and keep some of those. The other thing that will be cargo ships. So this guy can help you increase the total storage in your vault for each one of your items, and especially once you get those to 25, that'll be helpful. As far as this goes, reduce enemy cavalry max HP, so this will help you defeat cavalry better. So if your range type is strong and you like to battle with those guys and draw out the cavalry from behind the castle wall, then you might consider this guy here. And that's it for Pact 1A. Let's go on to Pact 1B. This is my favorite. I will just develop this guy, and then I'll try, if I can, to skip over, if I've done the research by the time this guy is done, for me, then I'll try and skip straight over to 2A and 2B altogether and go straight into Pact 3. So that will be a focus of mine, but first is military. Right now I'm trying to drive toward that T4 so I can also start making gear for T5 and a whole mess of other things that I want to do with this account. So at the start of battle, reduces the whole enemy army max HP by 1.5%, 15% at max. So that's nice skill against a whole army, similar to the tier right above in Pact 1A. But this is the guy because, for me, his skills are where it's at. He has 2 skills. Both of them are pretty nice. You need Anima to use when you're merging your packs. So you need Anima production, and this increases the output that you're getting to your max. And this skill here will give you stamina every day. And I've talked about this particular skill before, but this is nice. Stamina is super helpful in hero levels, gaining experience, getting the trophies necessary to increase their rank, and getting through elite stages to maximize their color. And that just plays in so many different ways, whether you're a hunter, whether you're a Colosseum fighter, whether you're a war person, that your heroes can help you in so many ways. And that's a whole nother video that I think I might have even already done one of. So again, if you have questions about that, jump into the comments section. But that's an incredible familiar to start out with, and it's the first one that you can start out with absolutely free once you get those buildings going. So strongly recommend just focusing on him and getting him to max Aquarius, however you say it. So this guy, fertilizer, is food, food boost. I don't care about that, especially food. We've had conversations about that in previous videos. But at the start of the battle, reduces enemy infantry max health. So 4% and 40% max. And this is good, again, if you are cavalry. So if you're cavalry based, you might consider the building Aquarius by himself. And then in the meantime, you'll also get runes for this guy that are necessary. And if you get him all the way to max, you're going to get the runes necessary to build one of these other guys, and then you can level them up and just throw the runes that you've already built up on these guys. So on this guy. So jumping into Gnome, at the start of battle, increase ranged attack. So if you're range heavy, that's a good one, and makes more gold. Beastmaster, if you're making a bank account, okay, this is actually an interesting one, because if you're making a second account for a bank, this is the familiar you want to get. You definitely want to get to the point where you're building familiars for your bank account, and then boost up their travel speed to and from each trade, so that your supply troops can go up 25%. That's pretty awesome. And then reduces enemies' cavalry defense. So if you're strong at range, again, this is a good one. And then we have cavalry attack increased here. So if you're strong in cavalry, he's good for you. And then gathering troops. So this might be interesting to a free-to-play player who is sick of watching their guys walk back and forth so slowly. You can get a 25% boost on top of that. And you can also build gear for that. But that's it for this video. This should just cover Pact 1 strictly, and then I'll go over Pact 2 in another video, and then Pact 3 in a separate, and Pact 4 in another. And I do have familiars in my main account from all of these, so I have some experience to speak from, as well as getting some from the Kingdom Tycoon. So if you have any questions, hit me up in those comments. And otherwise, hope this video helped you kind of make some decisions on your Pact 1s and just getting started on what the value is for your personal account. All right, catch you guys in the next one.